Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is true. Fortnite is on mobile. PUBG is on mobile as well. At the time of recording this video, Fortnite is only available on iOS though, whereas PUBG is available on iOS and Android. Interestingly enough, the games came out on mobile in the same week, and they're both free. Fortnite is free to play on any console or PC, whereas PUBG is available on Xbox and PC, but it costs $30. So yes, you can go right to the App Store, download PUBG Mobile or on the Google Play Store, and then with Fortnite, it's only available on iOS right now. But it is coming to Android, but there is no release date. Now, assuming you know about PUBG and Fortnite, you should know that these games are pretty similar to what they look like on the PC or on a console, except they're super shrunk down and all of the controls are touchscreen, which, if you ask me, makes things way more difficult. But we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, let's talk about Fortnite on mobile first. So with Fortnite, Epic Games is the publisher. You don't download the game through Steam. You download the game through the Epic app on the desktop, or if you're on the Xbox or on PlayStation, through their stores. But when you download Fortnite on iOS, you sign into Epic Games. So you are getting all of your achievements, all of your unlocks, in the mobile version. Everything that you have on the desktop or console version, you're also getting on the mobile version. That's really interesting. And that also means that you can't play simultaneously on the desktop or on a console and on mobile. You will get kicked off. And it is the exact same game. The menus are the same, the building is the same, the shooting mechanics are the same, the HUD is the same. Obviously, the main difference here is the touchscreen controls. Now, I think that this makes the game way harder to play, like I said, because your thumbs cover a lot of the screen and you're kind of fiddling around, whereas on the desktop you have a mouse and keyboard, and on a console you have a controller with a multitude of buttons. Frame rate and graphics look great on Fortnite Mobile. I am very impressed with how well optimized this game is on mobile. And yes, if you're wondering, you can play on your phone with people that are on PC and on console. You can cross-play just about every way, except you can't party up if you're on an Xbox and one of your friends is on a PlayStation. Why? Because Sony sells a lot of consoles and they don't want people to go buy an Xbox or go buy a PC, so Sony doesn't let people on a PlayStation play with people on other consoles. There was actually a point, fun fact, where Fortnite accidentally turned on cross-platform compatibility for like 48 hours and everyone went crazy, and then Epic Games was like, no, we're just kidding, and then Sony is like, yeah, we don't want this. But again, I will say, gameplay on these touchscreen phones, even if you have a larger size phones, just pales in comparison to the accuracy and just clickiness of keys that you get by using physical objects. So Fortnite on iOS runs really smoothly, but it feels like they didn't think through all of the controls. It is very hard to, let's say, build and then switch back to your gun and then exchange loot, etc. And this brings me into PUBG. I think the mobile port of PUBG is better than the mobile port of Fortnite, yes, because I'm biased, but also because, let's say, for example, on the mobile version of PUBG, you auto pick up items, and it knows which items are better than others. So let's say in the beginning of a game, you pick up a pistol automatically. It reloads that pistol for you, and let's say then you run over an AK, it'll automatically pick up the AK. Then if you pick up a 4x, it'll automatically put the 4x on your gun for you, instead of having to do the dragging that you do for items on the desktop. And PUBG Mobile, like Fortnite on iOS, all of the controls are on the touchscreen. I ran into the same issues. Your thumbs take up so much room, and then you're constantly tapping. And granted, yes, I've only played like an hour max of each game, and I have to get used to the controls, but there's just something that is so special about using a mouse and a keyboard or a physical controller rather than just like slapping your thumbs on a glass touchscreen. So detailing some more aspects of PUBG on mobile. There is a lot going on. You have a ranking system, you have these rewards, you have these achievements, you can create parties with your friends, and it makes the desktop and Xbox version seem really stripped down. More examples, when you drop a marker on PUBG Mobile, it shows you how far away you are from it. There is a number counter for how many people are still left on the plane. When you get hit, there's a visual indicator on the screen in the direction you're getting hit from. That makes the game a little bit easier. Currently, PUBG Mobile only has Erangel, no Miramar as of right now, and you cannot play FPP. You could do solos, duos, and squads, but only in third person. And Fortnite, for whatever reason, doesn't have first person on any of the platforms. Also, fun fact, PUBG Mobile has been out in China for a minute now, as well as in Canada. I tested out PUBG Mobile on a Galaxy Note 8, on an iPhone 10, on an iPhone 8 Plus, as well as an iPhone SE. And as soon as you launch the game, it picks sort of what resolution or setting your game will be at. Obviously, with the SE, weaker processor, less RAM, we're not gonna get the graphics that we do on the iPhone 8 Plus, for example. I'm not very good at PUBG on the desktop or Fortnite on the desktop, but on mobile, it just feels a little bit easier to get kills. I haven't gotten a dinner in either of the games, but I held my own pretty well. So PUBG Mobile, your account is completely separate than your PUBG account on, say, your Xbox or on the PC. You have to, weirdly enough, sign in with Facebook, which I don't really feel great about at all, whereas on Fortnite, you're logging into your Epic account because you're taking all of the same data from your Epic account and you get to play that on mobile. So you can play PUBG on your mobile device and on the desktop at the same time, even though you physically couldn't, but you won't get kicked out because they're completely separate accounts. So that means that when you're playing PUBG on iOS or Android, you're only playing against people on iOS or Android. And on Fortnite, there's no real indicator as to what console or what platform your enemies are playing against. When you're in a party with someone, it shows you, but in a game, you really have no idea. I think it's great that these games are on mobile and they're also both free. It gives you a really good taste of what exists on PC and on console. And at the time I'm recording this video, in the App Store, PUBG, well, the search is for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and that doesn't yield anything, but PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Fortnite are both in the trends for search, but the game is called PUBG Mobile, just FYI. And then on Android, Fortnite doesn't exist yet, but PUBG Mobile has over 1 million downloads and is #1 in the free action game category. If you've never played either of these games before, your experience will be vastly different than playing on a mouse and keyboard because, again, for the 90th time in this video, playing on a mouse and a keyboard or with a physical controller is just worlds different than playing on a touchscreen. It gives you a good taste of the Battle Royale game style and what these games are about, but it is a completely different experience playing on something like this. I think the games are going to continue growing in popularity. I can only hope that PUBG adds some of these rankings and achievements and incentives that currently exist on the mobile version to the desktop version, but I don't have my fingers crossed. I am looking forward to that 4x4 map though, and will we ever see the return of rain or fog? Who knows? And that's it. Download links will be in the description below. My username is Sam Sheffer on Fortnite and on PUBG, but you will probably never catch me playing on mobile. You will catch me streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/Sam Sheffer. That will be in the description as well. Thank you for watching. Leave the video a thumbs up if you learned something, and I will catch you in the next one.